Hey, good night, y'all. Good night, good night, good night. How's it going? Good night, fam. How are you doing tonight? How are you? Good night, everyone. Good night. It's so amazing to see you guys tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much. Look at all this love in the comment section already. Oh my goodness, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it 1,000. Do y'all believe it's February already? Like, this is February, y'all. Like, for real, for real. This is February. It's here. It's here. Time is moving. It is not waiting. And listen, we better get along with the program or we about to miss something. Connie Barnes is in the house. Good night, Connie Barnes. Mags is in the house. Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. And I see my girl Leandra Queendra is in the house. I appreciate you so much, sis. Listen, fam, I appreciate you guys so much. So much. I thank y'all so much. Carol, I see you hanging out in here tonight with us too. Carol, come on in, guys. Come on in. Listen, y'all, I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Y'all don't understand. Me thinking about coming here to turn on the camera and to talk with you, it brings me so much pleasure, so much joy to know that we are not in this alone. We are in this together. We are going through this together. It brings me so much joy. I love it, y'all. Like, I love it. Call me crazy, okay? But I look forward to this. I look forward to it. I was in the gym working out this morning, and I'm telling you, I put some extra work into it. I put in some pull, some push, everything because I know what tonight is going to be like. I know that I get to see my family. I get to hang out with like-minded people, people like myself who has been through stuff and we are just figuring it out. We are getting out of this thing. We are restoring, we are rebuilding, and we are moving things right along. I really appreciate you guys so much. Hey, Demetria. Good night, my love. How are you? And I see Sherry is inside the building. Good night, Sherry. Welcome, welcome, guys, so much. Do not forget, go ahead, hit the like button. And I know if you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Do not forget, like, subscribe, share, send this information to anyone that you know might need it. Because sometimes when we're trying to nudge someone to let them know, hey, you need some help, need some assistance or something, it's hard because we once was in that position where no one could have told us anything and no one could have did anything that seemed right. We thought we had everything figured out. So now that we understand what it looks like and how to be in a position like this, we could share the same love with someone else, and over time they'll get it and they'll get into it. Queendra, do you? Yeah, Vanessa Luce, you know who that is? Those are my kids. Those are my kids. But I'm not even, listen, let them do them. They're just be mommy's biggest supporters, okay? Let them be them. They're on there trying to chime in or something, trying to be my supporters. I'm never going to knock them, okay? Because we're healing together. As you guys know, I'm very open and very transparent, and I share my healing with my children because we experience it together. We went through everything together. So I only feel like it's right that while I'm healing, we go through the healing process together. We journey on everything together. This way, our recovery will be strong. Hey Dee, how are you? Good night, Deandra. Welcome, my love. Mwah. Welcome, welcome. So appreciate you and thank you for hanging out with us tonight. So the topic, I'm gonna change the cover late at a later time for our title for tonight, for our topic for tonight. But for now, I just want to give like a brief intro. Mwah. Listen, my babies, oh my goodness, y'all know them. Like I remember when I wanted to explain to them how to trust someone. Like, I remember what that looked like for me, and I didn't know where to turn or what to do. And I picked up the Bible and I brought them to some scriptures to started to help them to understand what this mean and that mean. So it's not me pointing a finger at anyone. I was really showing them that, okay, this is what it looks like. This is what this behavior is supposed to look like. So if someone is doing this, then you know they're off track. If someone is doing this, then you know they're on track. So I use the Bible as a guide to kind of groom my kids. So this way I'm not painting a picture and I'm not presenting me to be the good person or their dad to be the good person, because my kids will check me and they'll let me know, Mommy, what you're doing, isn't that trauma bonding? My kids will check me, y'all. Y'all know I keep it. Nikki, get off now. Go, Nikki, go. This is grown-up stuff. Get out of here, Nikki. I'm gonna kick your behind. And I'm saying it on national TV or public. Yes, Nikki, get out of here. Listen, they will check me, okay, y'all? They will keep me in check, okay? And they'll let me know, Mommy, what you did just now, isn't that trauma bonding? And I'll explain to them the difference is that I need to correct you for your behaviors. Okay. So when you do something that's not appropriate, I'm going to correct you. And if you do get a power slap or whatever, it's correction. But abuse is when someone intentionally hurts you. And, I broke it down as best as I could for them. So I'm just bringing that up just to let you guys know, I do my healing journey and I heal with my children as well too. We go out on dates. Yes, I do take my children out on dates. We do activity times. We do a lot of things, and that's for a whole different story. But for tonight, what I really wanted to talk about really is the lock and key, right? That's really, it came into my spirit today about the lock and key. And us women being the lock, okay? So if you think about the lock, everything for a lock is on the inside. All the things that's going to make the lock open is on the inside of the lock, right? And when it shuts, that means it needs a key to unlock it. So what came into my spirit today was that us women, we are the lock and the men are the key, right? So if you're this one lock, there's only one key that's really meant to open your lock. But sometimes, right, other keys will give it a try, will give it a test, okay? And I wanted to use that metaphor to kind of explain and talk a little bit more because I feel so much information there and how the narcissists use that level of information to know that their keys don't fit. But if they try enough against those ridges, right, it will force against it and somehow break down the part of the lock that is preventing their key from working. And I just really thought about that in a sense where how many times have we gone against our wishes, or have we said that no, this don't feel right, it does not look right, and I don't want to do it? But we're thinking that persistent, right, that them being persistent and them pushing up against our boundaries and forcing up against us means that they mean us good. But when I thought about the lock and the key, man, if you don't assist the lock, the key, you being if you don't assist it, it can't open. So when we open to them, we're opening up to a lot of different things when we actually open up, because their key is supposed to fit, but it's supposed to be a smooth fit and an easy fit. When the key turn that lock, it will open. But oftentimes we are assisting with the opening process and opening the lock for individuals that are not supposed to have that access to us. We're giving them too much access to us, and we're assisting them to open up our most vulnerable and most precious part. Remember, we carry a lot as women, as ladies, we carry a lot, and they have the right person will unlock us. Because remember, we're nurturers. We're carriers. We carry, okay? Think about even a baby. We're carrying. So the man has the sperm, the seed, right? The sperm that he's going to give to us. So if we don't have a fertile soil for that seed that's planted for it to grow and to be nourished, it can't go nowhere. It won't come to fruition. It won't flourish. It will not be anything. If the soil is no good, the seed that is planted cannot do anything. So we don't realize the beauty in what we carry. Hey, Miss P, mwah. We don't recognize the beauty that we carry inside because we have that nurturing, that fertile soil, that once the right seed is planted in there, it will grow, it will blossom, it will become something beautiful. But we give them so much access to us that we take on so many different seeds and try to nurture these seeds and bring them into something that they're not because it wasn't planted in the right soil. Let's really take a moment and recognize the beauty in our bodies. Like why are we giving it away for free? Why are we giving it away to anyone that comes our way? Why does everyone takes their key and test our lock? We like, what are we? What are we? So until we start to learn how to love ourselves, how to nurture ourselves, nurture our bodies, then we will stop acting and moving with our body because we're carrying a lot. We are the prize in that aspect. I'm not talking about what society is doing out here. Listen, I ain't about it, okay? But we are carrying a lot. And it's so important for us to recognize our value and our worth. Not everyone that comes with a key should get access to you. Test it, try it, and if it doesn't fit and it doesn't work, move it right along. That person that's for you will be there and they will nurture you. They will love you. They will cherish you. They will be there to support you, to uplift you. You will feel and you will know that it is right because when that key comes and it turns your lock, you will unlock and unleash everything about you and feel safe. You would not feel threatened. You would not feel as if things are being compromised because you're in a safe space. You are comfortable and you feel free to do so. Yes, Connie, like when it comes and you, because it's like going back to being a child, right? And you're exploring that part of you that's innocent, that's pure, that you don't have to be afraid to be vulnerable with this person. You don't have to be afraid to share your most vulnerable part and the things that are precious and primary to you. You don't have to be scared when you share this information with anyone. And that's how you want to feel, just like a child who is carefree and just going about their business. And now you create a safe space where you guys could be vulnerable with each other. You guys could be safe. And that's what it does. When that key unlocks the right part of you and you're open and you're more vulnerable to receive this person, you guys could mend together and become one. But the narcissist now, they know that if they press up against your lock with their key hard enough, it will break down the barrier, it will break down the support. And the one thing they want to do is to break your lock so that they can open you up, unlock you, and pour in things in you that's not supposed to be in you, that's not supposed to be a part of you. Because guess what? They weren't coming with the right intentions. They weren't coming there to support you, to uplift you, to enjoy your most vulnerable part and to nurture it and to make you feel safe. but they had tricks up their sleeves. So for those who are watching this video, or who's going to watch this on a replay, or even if this is your first time coming across this video, I want to share something with you. I love my babies. I'm going to tell you that right now. A lot of things that I'm doing it different. But everything I do is for the betterment of my children, because they're pushing me into a position to do better, to become the best person I could be for them, to create a lifestyle for them. Okay? I get it. But I'm going to be very honest with you. I did not see myself being a single mom. Okay? But the narcissist knows what they're doing, because the mindset that they program in us, the things that they program and tell us, is to drive that fear in us so that we would stay bound to them and would not want to move on with life and continue to take the abuse, to take the hurt, to take the manipulation, and to take the scars, the batters, and the bruises. Okay? But I'm here because I want to speak out against this. And yes, you guys know I am a mom. Yes, I love my babies. There's no shame in it. And it's very evident. I don't hide it. I do create healthy boundaries in whatever I need to do. Absolutely. But I'm going to be honest with you. I did not envision myself being a single mom. I wanted this for life. Whoever my partner was going to be, hey, Kaya, I wanted my children and myself, I wanted us to be in a two-parent household, not because society says it's so, but because that help, that partnership, that support, doing it together as a team. And when I can't sleep and the children need assistance, knowing that I have a partner to be there to support me and to support the children, and that they're comfortable both ways. But when the burden is left on one person to do everything, it makes you wonder, why did I do this in the first place? Why did I even do this? If I was planning to be here by myself, to do all of this by myself, why would I even do it to begin with? But the narcissists already know they weren't going to help you. They know they're not going to support you. And what they do is to mess with your lock with their key. They force it to fit. They force it to fit because what they want to do is to make sure that they give you a child in order to control you. They give you a baby in order to see fit. They give you a baby because they want to be connected to you for the rest of your life. They want to be able to dance in and out of your life as often as they want to, as much as they want to. You hear me? So when they press up against your lock, if it don't fit, don't open it. If it don't fit and turn smoothly, do not open it. Let others keep trying. Do not open it. You will be left alone to take care of your children. You'll be in court trying to figure out child support. You'll be in court trying to figure out how to get this man to take care of your children. Listen, if you do not have to do this or go down this road, I suggest you make sure when that key comes to unlock your lock, you make sure it fits and it turns smoothly. That's why I gave that analogy in the beginning, because I wanted to be able to have this conversation smoothly right throughout, because that sounds quick and easy. Turn the key in the lock, it fits, boom, open, ain't no problem, going about your business, right? The reality is the narcissist wanted to plant a seed in you, knowing that their keys did not fit you, but it's still back to you. It's still your responsibility to see who you're opening up and who you're giving access to you, who you're invited into your soul, into your spirit, into your well-being. You're checking to see, who are you giving full-blown access to your most precious, vulnerable part of you. Intimacy, sex is a ritual. It's souls being exchanged. It's spirit being exchanged. It's a lot of things happening at that time, but that's how they get into creating a baby with you. They're always in a rush. That's a tell sign. They're always in a rush to have a baby with you. They're always in a rush to want to get you pregnant. They're always in a rush to tell you, I want to have a child with you. I want to have a baby. Let's build a family. They're in a rush to want to build a family with you. They're in a rush to want to have a baby with you. But no one ever stopped to think about, how is this child going to be taken care of? So I suggest we start looking at this thing a little bit different, okay? Start looking at this thing a little bit different. For those of us who have done it already, and we could vouch for this, and we could attest to this, and we could relate, and we could type 8 to relate, and we could do all of these things. I get it, okay? But listen and hear me out for a second. Ask the necessary questions, y'all. Ask the questions that are relevant, that are necessary into you going into a future with this person. You need to find out who you're getting into a relationship with. You need to know who you are walking into a relationship with. You need to know the things about this person. If this is someone who runs from their responsibility, know their lifestyle, know their relationship with their friends. How long is their longest relationship? How long is their friendship? Know these things about this person. What about their work history, their work ethics, their behaviors? How consistent are they towards completing a project or doing anything for that matter? These are some of the things that you want to pay attention to. They might sound simple. Miss P, can you type? If Miss P, I don't know if you're still in the chat, my love. Can you just type in your handle for TikTok? Yeah, you guys really need to go check out Miss P on TikTok. And if any one of you guys are on TikTok, listen, do not hesitate. Y'all could type it right here in the chat. Please go ahead, type it in the chat. If you have a TikTok handle, whatever handle you have, guys, please feel free. Go ahead and drop it in the comment section. And y'all, please go ahead and follow each other here. We're a family, and it's just all love. Go ahead and type it in the comment section, please. Follow each other. This is love, and we are sharing, and we are trying to make sure we spread and get this information out there, because I know we are all gifted and we have a lot to offer and a lot to give. Do not hesitate. Do not be scared. This is not that place where you can't do something like this. I'm comfortable with it. I have no problem. Please go ahead and drop it in. But like I was saying before, is that they leave you in these positions, and now they put something on you to say, oh, this is their favorite line. And listen, I'm going to type in my 8 before I even start talking about this. Let me just type that in there. Is it working? Okay, there it goes. Boom. Is it up? Boom. There. Typing in mine first because I know I heard this. Okay? You think nobody gonna want you? You think nobody gonna want you with no kids? You think nobody gonna want you with no kids? That's what they tell you. If y'all heard that before, where they tell you that ain't nobody gonna want you with no kids, listen, drop your 8. Drop your 8. If you could relate, go ahead and drop it in the comment section, okay? Hey, Charlie, good night, hon. You are never late, my girl. You are never late. You are right on time. You are never late. Right on time. With the special and the right person. Listen, they will tell you that nobody wants you. You think anybody's gonna pick you up with no kids? You and your kids, you think nobody's gonna pick you up with no kids? What you mean? You met me without children. Now you decide you gonna give me children, and then you're gonna turn around and tell me that ain't nobody gonna want me with my kids? So what you trying to say? What you trying to say? But guess what they do though? This is what they do. They plant these seeds inside of us. They tell us these things. They tell us these broken things because that's how they mentally manipulate us. That's how they mentally control us. And that's how they keep us bound to them, because they want us to stay in a relationship with them. They want us to stay there with them because they want us to feel like we're nothing. They want us to feel like we cannot go out into society and be something great or be somebody great because we have children. How did they get here in the first place? Somebody had you. Are they good? Are they damaged goods? Because that's the label that they now put on us as single moms, that we are damaged goods. What you mean we are damaged goods? We was with one person for how long? Doesn't that show loyalty? Huh? Huh? Doesn't that show being committed? Doesn't that show being respectful of our body? We're not running around these streets. I mean, come on now. Doesn't that show our integrity? What are you saying talking about damaged goods? Is your mama damaged goods? Because she has you. Is she always been married to your dad the whole, like, stop with the foolishness already? Stop with the disrespect already? Ladies, we ain't, listen, man, it's 23, free 23. Y'all could type that in, free 23. We're not doing that this year, okay? We are not doing it this year, but we're going to sit down and accept these kind of nonsense and disrespect, and for them belittling us and talking down to us like we are worth nothing and we are nobody and we are nothing. That is not so, okay? Value yourself. Build back your confidence, build back your self-esteem. We are restoring it, we're recovering from it, and we're doing better. We're not accepting all of those nonsense, all of those foolishness, because these are the same people with their ignorant self going out here getting babies left, right, and center and hurting girls out here, and then turn around talking about their damaged goods because they brought life, because they have that lock that you rubbed up with your key to unlock them, knowing well you did not have good intentions for them. You unlocked them and they opened up to you and gave you a piece of them that was most precious and vulnerable. And you decide to destroy it and to hurt them and to turn around, belittle them and degrade them and call them all different sorts of names because you don't know how to be a man. Let me tell y'all do not give those type of men the time of day, not even for a second. They utter these things out of their mouth. You keep it moving, keep it pushing. You don't have to tell them day one that you have children. No, you don't have to. Engage in conversations with them. Talk to them. You'll get to know a lot about them. You're not hiding anything. You're just listening. You need to be an active listener. Listen to when people talk to you and tell you things. You will learn so much more. Don't be so quick to pour your all out there. Don't be so quick to just give it out, give it out, give it out. Nah, you need to listen and hear what these men are telling you. And if they start telling you, talking about you damaged goods, or woman with kids are damaged goods and all this disrespectful thing, let me tell you, be up out of there. Because that man is looking to disrespect you just the same. That man is looking to do the same to you and to disrespect you just the same. We're not doing that. Hey, Shamelia. It's been a minute, girl. How are you? Good night, my love. I see P is in here. Hey, Miss Petal, Miss Scarlett. I love you, girl. Yeah. Listen, it's so beautiful to see my family in here, guys. I love y'all so much. Y'all love your girl. Y'all support your girl, and I appreciate it. And I know we could do this together, and we are doing this together, and we got places to go. Yes, like Chelly said, hit the like button, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. I know we get caught up in a conversation at times, but please go ahead and hit the like button. They're talking about women with kids are used. What makes us use? Oftentimes, when you're in these relationship with these narcissistic men, your body's not even being used. Listen, only if y'all knew that most married people are not really having sex. They're not. So they're not as used as you think they're being used, okay? They're not. And especially with a narcissist, you go through it once a month or once or 2 months, you're on punishment. Like, listen, it's not what you're thinking. So without knowledge, without information, y'all need to be quiet and sit somewhere, okay? Y'all need to go sit down somewhere and be quiet and get information. You don't know a lot of things. Bringing a child into the world doesn't mean that somebody's used, because let's think about it. So because many people are out there roaming the street, sleeping around with so many different people, and they don't have evidence of it. Okay. So because I have a baby, okay, I have children. So I have evidence of the thing. I have evidence of what I did. They don't have evidence, but yet still I'm used goods, and they've been with 20 different men and I've only been with two, right? So I have a record of two. I'm just saying, I'm just doing, argument's sake. So if I have a record of two, they have a track record of 20. Who's used? Because I wanted to build a family and I have children, but I have two partners. But you got 20 and you don't have no children. What did you do with them? Because I guess they're eatable. They're edibles. You ate them. So because you don't have no record, no evidence of them, it makes you not use. Let me tell you guys something. You don't believe that nonsense. Value yourself. Know your worth. That's the weapon. That's the power. That's the key that the narcissists use. I want to put this comment up here. That's the weapon. Hi, Stacy. Good night, my love. Thanks for joining us tonight. If that's the weapon that the narcissist is using to manipulate you, to control you, then in all reality, you have the lock and you don't have to accept their key. You don't have to give them any access to you. You're the one with the prize. You're the one who's holding everything. So if you're such used goods, then you don't need to use me. Go on over there to somebody else who you could enjoy them. Okay? Go ahead. Go ahead. But you know something? A grown man, a respectable man, a high value man, a quality man, an ambitious man, a grown man is not going to speak like that. They don't speak like that. An intelligent man does not speak like that. So think about who you're entertaining and who you're giving the time of day to have these kind of say and speaking these things over your life. Because ain't none of it true, y'all. Ain't none of it true. You have great quality men out here that understand the struggles of a single mom. Most of them were raised by a single mom and they had to figure it out. Some of them know what it's like when their mom has to work 2, 3, 4 jobs to make sure that they're okay. And we're doing it right now. We are living it right now. We are doing it where we're working 3, 4 jobs trying to find ways how to make things work so our children would not come up into society and suffer the way that we did. We are trying to do things better the next time around. That's what we're doing. And for these little minded, small minded men to have any say over our lives about what we do and what we don't do with our bodies and our children and raising them, we don't need to entertain them. We do not listen. You are wasting your time. You need to learn the quality conversation that you need to have with quality men to engage in your time. Your time is valuable and your time is precious. You do not need to entertain these kind of men. And don't settle. Do not lower your standards. Do not settle. Know your worth and stand on it 10 toes. 10 toes. Don't budge. And let them know it's not you, it's me, my standards. That's it. It's not you, it's me. I require love. I require respect. I require attention. I require a man who values me. I require laughter. Require peace of mind. I require a house that is peaceful. I require a partner who's going to be there to support me, to lift me up. I require these things. So, brother, it ain't you. It's me. This ain't got nothing to do with you. It's my requirements. It's not you. Move them right along. Time wasters. And you ain't got no time for no time wasters. Let me go ahead and read the comment. Listen, guys. My bad. My bad. No, let me get into it, y'all. Let me get into it. I appreciate y'all so much. So Stacy said, if women with kids are used, then why is not man? Why is not saying much for the man? Why isn't that saying much for the man? Maybe I misunderstood that, but I'm gonna try to do my best with it, okay? So what is that saying for the man, right? What is that saying for the man? Okay, got it. So that means they're the one who's using us. Bottom line, right? It's obvious that they're the one who's using us. So they're users. Boom. They're users. But why are we engaging with users? We don't have no room on our plates to invite users into our life. And that's a dead story right there, because we're not engaging with them. We're not entertaining with them. It says, it just does not make any common sense. I cannot even defend this mindset. I, woman, can restore with birth. How can that be a narrative to devalue women? Women are the link. Stop trying to embarrass me out here. Okay, to humanity. Okay, but this is all right. You see, this right here, it really goes back to the mindset. It really does go back to the type of mindset and the things that we're allowing into our system. Who are we speaking to? Who are we having conversations with? Who are we entertaining in our lives on a daily basis? Who are we looking to for guidance? Who are we looking to for encouragement? Who are we looking to for these things? That's really what it is. Because sometimes, even if we didn't get these kind of things in our household growing up, right? We go to school, we have friends. We have friends, aunties and uncles, and like different people around. Like, who are we entertaining with these level of conversation? Because clearly it has an impact on us. Clearly, it's holding weight to what we do on a daily basis, right? So if we're not entertaining these kind of conversation, then it wouldn't take residence in our life. It wouldn't have such a major impact in the things that we do and the way how we feel about ourselves. Now, in reality, how do you really feel about yourself? What is the thing that is most important to you? How do you vision yourself? How do you see yourself? When you look in the mirror, who is looking back at you? Is it someone who's healthy, mentally stable, mentally broken, mentally well? Who is looking back when you look in this mirror? What conversations are you having with yourself? What type of encouragement are you encouraging yourself? What type of motivation are you Who is motivating you? Who is encouraging you? Who is uplifting you? Who is there to support you to be there? When you look at your children, do you see your generation to come? Do you see the level of blessing that is sitting in front of you? Do you see it? Are you really looking at it? Because it's staring you right in front of your face. So if you're going to accept the devalue of woman to say that we are nothing, if you're going to accept that, then you already have been defeated. If you're walking down that path, you have already been defeated. So you know what's going to happen? When that narcissist comes, they already know they control you. They already know that your self-esteem and your self-worth is to the bottom. And now you're going to accept anything that comes your way. They know they're not worthy of you. They know they don't reach your standards. They know they don't. But in order to manipulate you, in order to control you, in order to keep you bound, they're putting these words out there. They're putting these devalue and these stigmas out there for you to not think that you're worth anything, to not think that you have any value, any worth, that you are good for nothing. That all you're good for is 2 seconds, 30 seconds. I mean, let's just call it for what it is. No disrespect, but it's a moment. It's a moment, and then it's over with. What's next? What's next? Don't accept that. Because the moment you start accepting these things, you already accepting defeat, and you already accepting the narcissist in your life. You already looking to a next narcissist to come and take full control of your life, because they've already conditioned your mind. They've already programmed your mind to accept less. Because here you are thinking that, oh, because I have children, I can't get nobody. Because I have children, nobody's going to want me. Because I have Why are we saying because of something we can't? That's a limitation. That's a limitation. What are you saying? Why are we stepping a foot in front of the other with limitation? Why are we limiting ourselves to say that we can't do something and we can't? Listen, do you know how many single moms out here building businesses, making boss moves, moving mountains, taking over and doing so many things? A lot of single mom and listen, y'all are doing it. Y'all need to pat yourself on the back because you're doing it. Don't let these small-minded people, men, tell you that you can't do this and you're not that. They're already trying to program you to condition you to accept them. So now here you go thinking that the first man that comes your way, to tell you that, oh, I could accept you. Yeah. You got kids? All right, it's cool. You're like, oh, finally, somebody accepted me and my kids. Your kids is not looking for no daddy. Care what their original daddy did. That's a them problem, not a you problem. That's them dropping the ball, showing how incompetent they are. That's showing that they weren't somebody you could rely on. That's them showing who they are, and that's just what it is. That's just it. But your children not out here looking for no new daddy. They're not looking for a replacement because we can't go back in time and change anything that was done. And if someone is going to punish you for your past, that's an abuser. That's someone who's looking to control you. Why should you be everybody have a past? So you don't have children. So that makes you better than me. So you have children. Why aren't you with their mother? Why aren't you with your children's mother, taking care of her? Why are you out here as a single man if you were that good? Why aren't you in a relationship over there with somebody else? Why? Where's the double standards? Why? Because you didn't carry? So that's why you're not used? Because you're the key and we're the lock? They go together. They need each other. What are you saying? You're not really saying anything, but you're trying to look better, like one is better than the other. It's not, because it takes two to do any part of it. What are you saying? You're not saying nothing. Then showing your ignorance and showing that you're not intelligent and you don't read. You can say what you want about me. When y'all watch it, you can say what you want about me. But I said what I said. I said what I said, and I'm not trying to backtrack it or go back on it. No, I'm not. I said what I said. Start reading. Educate yourself. Understand the life cycle, the value that a woman carries. You came from a woman, got your name from a woman, was raised by a woman. Why would you devalue a woman? Why would you belittle a woman? If you don't have a good relationship with your mother and you are hurt by that, say so. Us women will be more receptive to love you and nurture you beyond a reasonable doubt. Try us. One of us, and you'll never turn back. Recognize one of us for our worth. You'll be on to something else. Okay? So if you are hurt and broken, I suggest you jump on this healing train, you jump on this bandwagon, and you get those broken wounds healed. And you get those broken part of you healed, because that's what we're doing. So we don't go into the next situation broken. We don't go into the next situation with no baggage, because we're trying to face it and deal with it. And it's raw and it's ugly and it feels uncomfortable. And I get it. But we got to deal with it. We have to deal with it. Y'all should try it. Y'all should try it. Because when you bump into one of us that are strong and powerful, and we are amazing women out here, what y'all don't recognize is y'all want to get something fresh and brand new and open up the wrapper and unpack it. You don't even know what you're getting. I'm not knocking women who don't have children. I'm not knocking y'all. Y'all listen, I'm not. But I'm gonna speak my truth, and if I need to use an example for something, then I'm gonna do just that. Okay. So unwrapping something brand new and all of this, that it looks so cute and it looks good. Okay. I'm not knocking it, but guess what? A mother, a mother has to nurture her children. So you're not paying attention to skills, life skills, beneficial skills and experience from a mother. You are missing the whole point because you're so shallow. Okay? A mother's love is like no other. Okay? You get you one of us bad woman out here, bad mothers, man, we have to go to soccer practices. We have to show up for school events. So we are planners, okay? We know how to plan. We know how to structure. We know how to maintain. We know how to budget. We know how to make whatever we have. We know how to make it work. We know how to put on a strong face even when it hurts. We know how to not let our tears fall while we're burning inside, while there's a flood going on inside. We know how to hold it together. We are so powerful that y'all don't even know. But because we are so powerful and you guys recognize our power, it's not that you don't see it. But instead of you partnering with us for us to do this together, you think that belittling us and mentally, because what? Our power is from within. So because you can't see our power because it comes from within. And when y'all break us down, you don't understand how we rise back up and how we gain strength and how we move on. So you come in mentally to mentally manipulate us, to mentally control us, to mentally us. Because that's where your strength comes from, by mentally abusing someone, because you can't be a part of the success. You can't be a part of the growth. But if you mentally manipulate them, you will break them down slowly, slowly, slowly. But you are intended to do so. That's your mission. That's your purpose. But turn it around, man. Turn your attitude around and you will see wonders. You will see something great from a mother. A woman who has children knows what it's like to be selfless. She is not selfish. She knows what it's like to care for someone else other than herself. She knows that she cannot quit. She's not a quitter. She knows the qualities that it's going to take to raise another life. She's doing these things. So you guys are missing the whole point. Getting caught up talking about you. Look at the qualities. Look at the benefits here. And she's taking care of these children by herself. Now that's a powerful woman. You'll be a fool to not want to be with a powerful woman. To now make it easier, to make it easy. So with a second support, can you imagine what y'all could do together? Could you imagine what y'all could do together, knowing that she's doing all of this by herself alone, let alone when you come on board to move this? Y'all playing, man. Y'all don't want no partner. Y'all do not want no partner. Y'all playing out here, man. Men, y'all are playing out here. Y'all don't want no partner. It says women are always carrying the burden of men that drop the ball. Of course. Of course. And when we do it, they don't even give us credit. But instead, they go and they form these groups out here and they have these major conversations and they're talking about, oh, women are, single moms, they're used. Why should they have the same benefits as single women? They're single moms. And what? Y'all need to cut that conversation. Whoever started it, y'all need to cut it. Y'all need to cut that conversation because no part of it is relevant. It doesn't hold no weight. Not to a grown woman, it doesn't hold no weight. Y'all be over there talking, but it gives, you know what? It gives us eyes to see who you are so we can eliminate you guys ahead of time. We have ears to listen twice of the nonsense that's coming out of your mouth. So it helps us to make more informed decisions and leave y'all right where y'all at. Leave y'all right there. Instead of devaluing the woman, go prove to be different than one of the ones who walked away and left them by themselves. Facts. Facts. Right. If you're so much better, because clearly they're a single mom because someone left them. I don't care what happened in the relationship because there's always 1,000 different sides to the story, and I'm not here for that. Okay. But whatever reason, that person dropped the ball and left that single mom to be a single mom, why don't you show different? Why don't you step up then? Nobody's asking you to step up and to take on somebody else's responsibility. That's not what we're saying. But to be a role model, that's what we're talking about, to step up and be different. It's to be a role model. There's nothing wrong with leading by example, leading and showing what it's supposed to look like, because clearly someone did not get the memo. So if you're here to lead, to point us in the right direction, show how it's supposed to be done instead of bashing us. Instead of devaluing us, show us, lead by example. The time you guys take to talk negative to women that are single moms, why don't you show us the right way? Why don't you show the men that have not come up and that have not stepped up to them? Why don't y'all show them how it's done? Show them what to do. Don't create a bandwagon for people to hop on it. Show how it's supposed to be done and let's figure it out. But in the meantime, ladies, I'm telling y'all, value yourself, know your worth, and know that what they're doing and what they're saying here does not represent you. It does not give an identity to who you are. The healing process, the healing journey is so important because we have to flush out these thoughts, flush out these things, because the last thing you want to do is to move on into a new relationship and to be wondering, does this person really like me? Does this person really care about me or care about my children the way they say they do? Do they really? Listen, you should have no doubt who you are. You should be very confident in who you are as a person and not to worry about if or maybe someone else likes you or don't like you, because you will be so equipped. You will be so knowledgeable with the things that are most important to you and the values that you stand for in life, that you won't be sitting around wondering if someone respects you or if they value you. No, because you would already value yourself. You would have already know your worth. And that's what you have to stand on. Who you are as a person, your values as a person, and that's what you lead with. You don't lead with nothing else. Because if you start to walk off into anything with brokenness, with pain, with baggage, nobody wants that. An evolved man is not going to entertain a woman operating like that. A woman who does not know her worth, a woman who's not confident, a grown quality man is not going to sit around and entertain you. It's not. So renew your mind, renew your thoughts, renew the things that are keeping you bound into these negative situations. Renew it, renew it, renew it, renew it. Guys, I know there's a few of us in here right now, and I appreciate you guys so much. If you don't mind, just taking a quick second just to hit the like button for me. I definitely appreciate it. It means a lot, and it helps the information to go out to other people so we could share this information. Our value is important. We are the lock. We are locked in with a lot of things. We have a lot in us. We are the fertile soil. We are the carriers. We are the base, the foundation. We are, okay? So know who you are. Recognize your worth, so you don't get toyed around and get lost out here in this world. We've done it once before. We've made a lot of choices before, and we've done many things before that if we had the opportunity to do things different or do it over, we'll do them different. We'll make different choices the next time around. Let me see what Shamilia says. Yes, I can't get a moment of privacy with these children around, but I would not trade it for the world. It's all a part of the purpose. And that's what I said. So it's not to bash us because we have our children. No, they're here. We accept them. We love them. We're going to do what we got to do with our babies. It is what it is. We're going to move mountains. We're going to do what we have to do. Okay? And it is what it is. But don't come for us. Y'all don't even understand the value, the worth. We have to do so much things and keep it together. We have to keep our minds balanced. We have to keep a healthy state of mind. We have to make sure that our mental state of mind is in good tact, is in good health. What? Do y'all know the things that we go through as single mom? We sometimes don't even know we're Sometimes it's so hard, you don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. Sometimes you are so scared as a single mom because you know that the love and nurturing that you put into your babies, you know, ain't nobody going to love your babies the way that you do. So you live for them. You do everything in you for your children to bring them up to do the best that they can in life. And you're pushing out the best because you don't know if you're going to be around to be there for them tomorrow. And who's going to love your babies like you? Who's going to be there for your babies like you? Who's going to encourage them, support them, go out of their way for them? Who is going to do that? You don't even know what tomorrow is going to be. But you know you got to instill these values in your babies, in your children. And when they get older, they're no longer babies. You're no longer telling them what to do, but instead, you are now their guidance, their guidance counselor. You're guiding them. You're pointing them in this direction, that direction. You're not there to dictate to them because you have to know when to cut the cord. So the more you teach them to be independent at this stage, it's much better for you. It's much healthier for you when you start to point them in the right direction and groom them into the man and the woman of tomorrow. Mold them into the people that they're going to become. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's your destination. When is your expiration date? When are you no longer going to be here? But the more you instill values in your children, the more you set them up for a better tomorrow. That's all you can do. So there's times that we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. We don't know a lot of times what could happen, but we're preparing. We're constantly making preparation. And you still have to balance your time. You still have to find time to enjoy and spend quality time with your children while keeping it together, while making plans for tomorrow, while making sure all the bills are paid, while making sure there's food on the table for your family and everybody's not hungry, sitting around looking at you, wondering where's the next meal gonna come from. They're all dependent on you. So all the responsibility is left on you. And guess what? You're not even complaining. You're not even complaining. You're showing up. You're doing it. You show up and you do it as a mom. You show up and you make sure you show your kids because your kids are watching you. And people talk about don't let your children see you cry. What you mean? You are human. It is okay. Listen, if I look a little bit funny or something, my kids are like, Mommy, are you okay? They want to know. Why would I hide it from them? If it's too personal, I get it. But my sinus was acting up a couple of days ago, and I sprayed my nasal spray in my nose. And I think it has that spice or cinnamon because it's organic, it's plant-based. And when I sprayed it in my nose, it got into my head, and I was just like, and just hyperventilated. And my babies was just like, Mommy, my youngest is like, Mommy, are you okay? And my oldest is like, it's okay. We'll just watch. And they're just watching because they're nurturers. They're nurturers. So they're looking to see, we're watching. We're gonna see if we need to do anything, we know what to do. That's all you could do as a mom. That's all you could do as a mom. Instill values in your children. Teach them the way. Raise them in the way that when they're older, they will not depart from it. That's all you can do. They're going to explore. They're going to sneak around. They're going to hide. We were once children too, so we know. Don't let people out here tell you things and devalue you and degrade you. I'm sick and tired of that nonsense. We are the prize. We're the lock to that key. They got the key, yes. We go together. Real bad. Whether you like it or not, we go together. You need me and I need you. We're supposed to replenish this earth together, not devalue each other and stop reproducing. That's not what it's for. That's not what it's for. So why shift the focus? Is there a bigger agenda that y'all not trying to tell us about? I didn't even finish that statement because I don't want to open a can of worms. I just said what I said. I'm just asking the questions, just trying to ask the questions, okay? I'm just trying to ask a question. Stacy says, funny that most of these men are mad that their fathers are leaving and taking it out on them. Listen, a lot of times they do, and they do have movies about stuff like this too, where you could see where the son is upset at how the father treated the mother, and eventually trying to see how they can either outdo the dad or take over the dad's role. But kids oftentimes are put in places, in positions to take on roles and responsibilities that has nothing to do with them. And that's what really hurts. And that's what sucks. When these grown men drop the ball, walk out on their children, and is not taking on the responsibility. Now the kids are forced to take this on. There's also a flip side to that too, because sometimes you have the woman that are vindictive and they don't want the men to have a relationship with their children. Now, that's a whole different topic for a whole different time. But because I just touched on that, I just wanted to show the flip side of that really quickly. Because then they push the children out of the man's life and they don't have an opportunity to be there. So you have good men that wants to be there in their children's life, and the women are vindictive. Now, that's a whole different topic, right? But I just wanted to throw that in there because I just touched on it right here just now, right? That's it. Because I know that's a whole different topic for a whole different time. But let's be real about it, though. Stop talking about single moms. See, I stop talking about single moms because we do a lot. We bring a lot to the table, and we're not out here looking for handouts. We're not looking for anyone to pity us. We are here just want to be appreciated and respected like anybody else. That's it. We know our value. We know our worth. We have lost it along the way because we were in broken places, but we are recovering, we are restoring, we are rebuilding, and we are regaining our power. We are regaining our consciousness. And that's exactly what we're doing. Don't let our kindness be taken for weakness. Don't let, because what we're doing, showing love, meaning that we don't know our worth. Play if you want to. I tell you, play if you want to. Bump into the right one and you're going to find out. I bet you won't do it again. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. Okay? It's not a threat. It's just helping you to understand we respect y'all too. And it's a two-way street. It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street, y'all. Y'all want love and respect. We want it too. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. But what you going to do about it? What you going to do about it? How do we empower each other? How do we build on each other to become our greatest self? How do we work together as a team to become our greatest self? How do we do so? We got to change our mindset, y'all. We have to change the way how we see life, how we see things. We got to recognize, hi, Ebony. I appreciate you. Welcome, my love. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Ebony. I so appreciate you. Thank you, my love. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hope you enjoy the show, by the way. Um, our worth, our value. We have to change our mindset, okay? We're not just out here because we have nothing else to do. We have a purpose, we have a mission. And the longer we stay on board together as a team, is the stronger we become as a unit and we get the job done. But stop talking bad about single moms. Stop belittling single moms. Stop degrading them. Stop trying to lower them. Stop trying to do that because it's not so. Single moms come with a different kind of love, a love that is unconditional, a love that they want to see you win. They don't want you to go through the struggles that they did. So they push you. They push you harder. Sometimes they push you too much that you become people pleasers. Sometimes they push you so much that you go out into society being a people pleaser because you want to please your parents so much. But that's because sometimes the pressure as single moms becomes so overbearing, it becomes so much that we don't have the right balanced household to have the right help, to have the right support system to go out there. Sometimes we're not making all the right choices. And it's okay. We understand that, but we are doing the best that we can with what we have. Don't come for us. We work together, y'all. You a whole key. Without you unlocking, it won't work. But like I said in the beginning, if we are unlocking our most prized, precious most valuable part of us, and we're unlocking it to the wrong people, they're going to hurt us. They're going to break up against us. They're going to destroy us. They're going to break us down to our simplest form. They're going to make us feel this small, this small. That's what they're going to do. So we have a lock. We hold the lock. We hold the piece of us that's very dear. We hold the piece of us that's precious. And the more we recognize our value and the more we stand 10 toes on our worth, as the more we'll recognize that the lock that we carry has so much inside of it. And if that key that they come to try to turn that key to unlock you and the key does not fit, throw it out. Throw it out. They come with another key. It is cracking the lock, but it can't fully pop the lock open. You got to go too. The one that turns the lock properly, smoothly, okay? That's the one you want to hang out with, because that one has proven themselves to fit just right. That's the person that is showing you that they are there to support you, to encourage you, to motivate you, to lift you up on days when it's dark, on days when it feels broken, on days when it feels depressing, on days where it's hard to get up out of bed and you don't know if you're going to make it for tomorrow. When that key has unlocked you, you will feel like you could take on the world, because you know you have a strong support system. You know you have someone who believes in you, who's encouraging you, who's empowering you to become your greatest self. Don't throw away who you are. Don't throw away your value. Don't throw away your worth. Don't throw away who you are. I beg you and I plead with you. Do not buy into this thing that they're doing out here in the society, in the communities these days, talking about women are used goods. All women are used goods for that matter. Not because a baby came, don't make a single mom no different. They're all used. Get you a virgin then. Go get you one of those. Go get you a virgin then. Deal with it. Go get you one and have fun. We're not mad about anything. But don't come for us though. Don't come for us. Okay? Don't. Listen, guys. I know sometimes I get off topic and stuff, right? But you are the lock. What you carry is precious. What you carry is the prize. Allow God to use you the right way. Okay? You were given a role and responsibility to care for children. God will take them up. He'll do what he needs to do with them. You just keep doing the best that you can with them. You brought them into this world. They're yours. They're your responsibility. You have a job. You have a responsibility. You have a mission. You have something great to do for these children. You don't know who they're going to become tomorrow. Don't look at them as a reject. Don't look at them as a failure. Not because your counterpart failed you, not because they failed you. Your children are not a failure. My children know who their dad is. My children have a relationship with their dad. It has nothing to do with me. Nothing. I don't care about the money. I don't care about anything. Anything. They need to know he exists. My dad died when I was 3 years old. 3. I had no father figure in my life. None. None. And I got lost and I got caught in the wrong arms. And I felt like I was safe. I felt like I was okay. I felt like I was okay because I finally am in the arms of a man, and it felt like I was okay, but I was not safe at all. I got whipped into shape and got hit with life lessons. Real life lessons. I don't regret my experience, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. It has molded me and it has shaped me into the woman that I am today. Would I have wanted to have a dad around to hug? Yes. Would I have wanted to see him, to know that he exists? Yes. Would I have wanted to build a relationship with him or tell him, like, daddy, or even say that word daddy? Oh my God, like, what? Became rebellious in high school. I used to have black fingernails painted. My nails were all black. I would wear, like, those little tank top type shirt with my baggy pants. And I had two chains around my belt, my waist. Yeah, that's how I was in school and in high school. Chains around my waist. And I wore a belt with the buckle thing on the front that says Daddy's Girl. What do you know about that? What do you know nothing about that? But that's how broken I was. That's how much I was carrying this brokenness inside of me, that emptiness, that void, that it came out even in my personality. I was shut down. I did not entertain boys. I didn't. And that's what I was so rebellious. So I don't want that type of pain for my children. So whatever relationship they could have with their dad, go ahead about it. Cause I know what I went through. I will come home from school and I'll be locked in my room at all times, just being in a dark place, a dark space, just being closed off to the world, just being by myself, enjoying my own company. That's how I was in school days. That's how I've always been, just always loving being by myself. But now my social skills is much different. I entertain, I go out and I enjoy myself. I learned these things because things have changed and have gone different, and my life has changed dramatically, right? I've had a lot of experience, and I'm sharing that with you not because I want to bore you guys. No. But I'm just saying though, you'll be surprised to know at has the little things that started off in your life to be small little things, how they can escalate and become a domino effect into other things and affect other areas in your life. Protect yourself, guys. Love upon yourself as much as you can and love your children. For those of you moms out here in the audience, in the comment section, I love y'all all so much. There's something that moms do that others won't get it until they have that experience, okay? But we all are coming from somewhere, and there's always been a start to this, right? And we're going to continue it. We're going to take this on and we're going to continue to speak about it. We're going to live it, we're going to breathe it, and we know our value, we know our worth, and we're not going to rest. We're not going to settle for nothing else. Y'all, I love y'all so much. It has been real. I'm going to go ahead and drop some hearts in the comment section and let you guys know how much I really do appreciate y'all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Listen, if you guys want to find ways to communicate with me, it's healingyoursilence@gmail.com. That's quick email. You can shoot me an email, or you can send me you could text me on 516-770-8697. You could go ahead and send me a text. That would be fine. Also, on my website, healingyoursilence.org. Same spelling, everything. Do not hesitate. Listen, shoot me an email if you want to have a one-on-one session with me. If you want to talk with me privately, send me an email, healingyoursilence@gmail.com. I appreciate y'all so much. This is Kathleen. Good night, Kathleen. Hi, everyone. Had a rough day, even though it's been 6 months, no contact, but still putting one foot. Congratulations, my love. Congrats. Congrats, 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 congrats. It's not easy. What you're doing, it's not easy, but you're doing it. It gets better though. I promise you it gets better. It gets better. I remember 30 days out, I was having anxiety attack. I was scared. I was shaking. I was losing my mind 30 days out. And I didn't like, I remember taking because I've always taken my kids out on dates. I've always taken my kids from ever since. My kids know about dates, you know? But I remember I took my kids to Red Lobster. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was there with them at the table, just being an adult, but I was not there. I was not there at all. I was not there. I didn't know myself. I mentally checked out of this world. I was just a zombie walking around. I was just a zombie 30 days out. I did not know who I was. When I go back and I look at some pictures that I have, you could see the ghost in my eyes. I was like, my soul was ripped out. I didn't have any soul. I was gone. So 6 months out, I promise you, you are doing good. You are doing very good. Congratulations. We're all here cheering you on, supporting you. You are just fine. Take your time. It gets easier. While you're going through this phase, it might be like sometimes you might have withdrawal symptoms. You might start seeing this person in your vision. You might start seeing this person in your dream. You might start to think about this person and they show up. You might see them in your sleep when you close your eyes. Listen, it's all a part of the process and it's okay. You're going to go through it and it's going to have different impacts for everyone. Okay. There's nothing wrong with what you're experiencing. Allow yourself to go through it. Allow yourself to experience it. This is some of the things. If you're on TikTok, guys, you could check out some of my videos on TikTok as well. So it's the same name, Healing Your Silence on TikTok. I put shorter videos on there on a daily basis, maybe 3, 4, 5 videos for the day. So I could share the information with you as best as possible in small bite-sized pieces, right? And I do this once weekly where we come here every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and we talk about it right here. But if you want small bite-sized pieces, you could check out my TikTok, Healing Your Silence, right? Allow yourself to grieve when you're going through this part, right? Allow yourself to go through it, accept what just took place, and also appreciate the relationship. You need to appreciate the good times, the bad times, the fun experience, the cussing, the fighting, the fuss. Appreciate all of it. These are steps to take, okay? You accept it, you appreciate it, you acknowledge what took place, and you live in it. Allow yourself to feel, to go through the experience, and then the final step is to value yourself. So after you've done that part of the work, so I just gave you some quick tips. After you've done that part of the work, now value yourself. Yes, you've experienced that happened and I get it, but now value yourself. Put the value back on you because you've accepted things and accepted the responsibility. Now value yourself. Get to know you all over again. Start doing some things. Going out, if you like sewing, go sewing, right? Start sewing things, bike riding, maybe painting, artwork. I mean, maybe start vlogging things and do video journals on stuff that you're doing. Like that's nice. Doing some video journals and vlogging things and writing things down. Maybe give back in the community. Maybe go to like a food pantry, a food bank or something. Help feed the homeless people. Help, with shelters and stuff like that. I mean, go to a Salvation Army, right? Help them cook in the kitchen. Like whatever you can do to give back, to feel like you have a sense of purpose, to feel like you have a sense of direction, to feel like you have a sense of belonging. Because remember, the narcissist took all of that from you. So, in order to feel like you belong somewhere, do that. Don't lose all your time in work. Don't just pick up extra hours over time, over shift, because you are hiding from the problem when you do it like that. You are not facing it. You're actually just, putting a band-aid on it. But no, deal with it, face it, go through it, and be a part of it. Like, no, deal with it. It's okay. Go through it. Go through it. I promise you, you're gonna be fine. That's how you're gonna get through this thing. You gotta go in. You gotta go get down, dirty, and raw with it. That's what's gonna help you to get out of it. Okay. I promise you, I ain't making nothing up what I'm telling you here. Listen, I remember I went back to school when I was getting out of this thing. Okay. I went back and I finished up my degree because I know, Lord, I know I did not want to come out of this thing feeling empty handed Or worse than when I went in, I went back and I finished up my degree because that was important to me to get something out of this thing. And one of my classes was to volunteer somewhere. I went to the Salvation Army, and I went there and I would volunteer my services there and pack the boxes so they could give these boxes to the people at the food pantry. They would come and collect their boxes. And I'm telling you, you would think this was my job and I was getting paid for it, okay? But I went in there, I asked them if I could volunteer and just give them some time. Listen, they were so happy to write up my report and send it over to my school so I could finish up my degree. But I went there, and one of the best thing for me was when I was in the room packing these boxes, knowing that a family is going to get these boxes, putting this in, all the things are put together to make a family have something to eat. That meant so much to me. And what I was doing, I had my earpods in and I was listening to gospel. I was listening to motivation. I was listening to things. And also, I was listening to God speak to me right there. I got so much revelation. I had so much voice. I had so much things happen to me because I was doing His work. I was doing His work and doing what He wanted to get done. So you are not a reject. You are not out here just doing nothing. You belong somewhere. Find your belonging. Find where you belong. Find where you need to be and be there. Show up. You know what? There's the veterans, right? There's veterans that are going through struggles. Write them, do something where you write them letters. Go to a VA hospital, write them letters, give them a note. Say thank you for your service. Like, they have been so mentally damaged as well too. It's not just narcissistic relationship that has left people broken and damaged. You could go to the VA hospital and write them little notes of encouragement or something and leave it with them and do something, anything that's going to make you find back you and get connected to the true person within you. You are so much more than you think. There's so much more that we can do, and we settle for certain things because we now create limitations around us. You are not limited to the box that you were built in. You are not limited to that. You can think outside the box. You can go outside the box. You can explore and expand on what you already have because you have so much wisdom, knowledge, experience, and understanding. You know what pain feels like. You know what hurt feels like. You know what brokenness feels like. So you can extend an arm to someone else and help someone else who needs help, who maybe just need a kind word, a word of encouragement, a sign of hope. Give it. If that's all you have to give it. It means so much than you could just imagine. It means so much than you could even think about. I appreciate you guys so much. Appreciate you guys so much, so much. Oh my God. I love it. 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 Call me crazy, okay? Call me crazy. But I can't wait for next Friday for us to hang out again and chit chat and just have a good time. I really appreciate you guys. I know you guys have come so far in your healing journey, and you're doing good. You're doing good. I love you, Chelly. Shamilia, I love you. Kathleen, I love you too. Mags, Miss P, Petal, D, Carol. I mean, let me see if I can go down the list. If I see Kaya, I'm trying to see who else is in there. Stacy, Connie Barnes, Mags, Demetria. Listen, Leandra. Oh my God, I love you guys so, so, so much. You guys have been my day one supporters, and you guys continue to support me. And thank you to all my new Ebony, right? Thank you to all my new subscribers, my new followers. I thank you guys so much. Welcome, welcome to the Healing Your Silence family, where you are welcome here. We do not judge. You can be yourself. You are in a safe place where you can be yourself. You are not judged and you are welcome. Thank you so much, guys. Have an amazing, amazing night. I love you all so much. Be blessed, y'all. Listen, may God bless you. May He protect you and keep you safe. May He bring you to and for your destination, wherever you guys are going. Be safe. Go out there safe. Take on this world, y'all. Be brave. There's something inside of you that can't be stopped. There's something inside of you that the enemy wants. He wants to distract you from your purpose, he wants to distract you from your mission, but you can't be bought. That thing inside of you is so powerful, you can't be bought. I love you all so much. Be blessed, be encouraged, and know that you're worth it and you're beautiful just the way you are.